Alright, when you think of Hawaii, what comes to mind? Is it the massive resorts in Waikiki, the crowded beaches packed with tourists, the luau's you see in every travel brochure? For most, that's the picture. But I'm here to tell you, that's only one side of the story. There's another Hawaii, a deeper, more authentic version that exists far from the beaten path. A Hawaii that challenges you, that asks you to look closer, to listen to the whispers of the past carried on the trade winds. This is a journey into the heart of the islands, to places where time seems to slow down, where the modern world hasn't quite taken hold. We're going to venture into villages that are tucked away in remote valleys, perched on dramatic coastlines, and hidden deep within the lush interior. These are communities where the spirit of aloha isn't a marketing slogan, it's a way of life. It's about connection, resilience, and a profound respect for the land, or aina. Forget the luxury hotels and the infinity pools. We're trading them for dirt roads, quiet streets, and stories that have been passed down through generations. This isn't just a travel guide. It's an invitation to see a side of Hawaii that few ever get to experience, a place where the real adventure lies. This journey is about discovery, about peeling back the layers of paradise to find something raw and real. We're going to explore places defined by their history, their isolation, and their incredible, enduring spirit. You have to be willing to work for it, to earn the view, to earn the story. These are the places that truly test your mettle and reward you with an unforgettable connection to the soul of Hawaii. These are the 15 most remote and unique towns in Hawaii, where beauty meets solitude and every corner holds a story few have heard. You ready? Let's go. Our first stop takes us to a place of profound beauty and somber history, Kalaupapa, on the island of Molokai. Getting here is a challenge in itself. There's no road in. You either arrive by a small plane, or you make the trek down a 1,700-foot sea cliff, navigating 26 switchbacks on a narrow mule trail. This isolation wasn't accidental, it was by design. This peninsula, walled off by the tallest sea cliffs in the world, was chosen for a specific, heartbreaking purpose. It was a place of exile, a natural prison. For over a century, from 1866 to 1969, this was a forced quarantine for thousands of people from across Hawaii who were diagnosed with Hansen's disease, once known as leprosy. They were torn from their families, put on boats, and sent here to live out their days in isolation. Imagine the fear, the sorrow, the feeling of being completely cut off from the world you knew. The air here still holds that weight. A palpable sense of the lives that were lived and lost in this beautiful, lonely place. It's a place that demands respect and quiet contemplation. Today, Kalaupapa is a national historical park. The disease is cured, and the few remaining residents who were once patients now live here by choice, their home a testament to their incredible resilience and spirit. Walking through the quiet settlement, you see the small clapboard houses, the old churches, and the simple graveyards. It's not a tourist town, it's a living memorial. You can't just show up here, you need a permit and a guide, a rule that preserves the sanctity and peace of the sacred ground for its residents. The experience of visiting Kalaupapa is unlike any other in Hawaii. It's not about finding a perfect beach or a great restaurant. It's about bearing witness to a difficult chapter of human history, about understanding the power of community in the face of unimaginable hardship. The stunning natural beauty of the peninsula, the crashing waves, the verdant cliffs, the sheer remoteness, stands in stark contrast to its painful past. It's a powerful reminder that in the game of life, survival is about more than just enduring. It's about finding grace and dignity in the most challenging of circumstances. From one form of isolation to another, we now turn our gaze to the island of Niihau, often called the Forbidden Island, and at its heart lies the village of Uwai. This isn't a place you can just book a flight to. Access is severely restricted, a policy that has been in place for over 150 years. In 1864, the island was purchased by the Sinclair family from King Kamehameha V with a promise to the king that they would protect the island and its residents from outside influence, preserving the traditional Hawaiian culture and language. That promise has been kept. Pu'uwai is one of the last places in Hawaii where the primary language is Hawaiian. The roughly 70 residents who live here maintain a lifestyle that is deeply connected to the old ways. There are no paved roads, no power lines, no plumbing, and no stores. They live off the land and the sea, relying on fishing, hunting, and ranching. Power comes from the sun. and water is collected from the rain. It's a world away from the hustle and bustle of Honolulu, which is only about 17 miles across the channel but might as well be on another planet. The decision to keep Niihau private is a controversial one for some, but for the residents, it's about survival. The survival of their culture, their language, and their way of life. This isn't a human zoo or a living history museum. It's their home. The only outsiders who are typically allowed to visit are government officials, invited guests, or those who take one of the few approved helicopter or hunting tours, which land far from the village itself. The village of uwai remains unseen by almost all outsiders. This level of isolation has created a unique social fabric. Life revolves around family, or ohana, and the community. Everyone knows everyone, and they rely on each other to get by. It's a stark reminder of what society can be when stripped of modern distractions. While we can't step foot in Pu'uwai, knowing it exists is powerful. It's a symbol of cultural preservation, a testament to a promise made long ago, and a challenge to our modern ideas of progress. It's the ultimate remote town, protected not just by the ocean, but by a fierce commitment to keeping a sacred heritage alive. If there's one remote town in Hawaii that's famous for being remote, it's Hana on the eastern tip of Maui. And here, the old saying truly applies: the journey is the destination. The legendary road to Hana is more than just a path, it's a rite of passage. It's 52 miles of winding, narrow road, crossing 59 bridges, many of them just a single lane, and navigating over 620 curves. This isn't a drive you rush, it's a drive you survive, one that forces you to slow down and pay attention to every single moment. Along the way, the world transforms. You leave the resort towns of West Maui behind and plunge into a lush, tropical rainforest. Waterfalls cascade down sheer cliffs right next to the road. Bamboo forests create dense green tunnels, and the views of the rugged black sand coastline are absolutely breathtaking. Every turn reveals a new wonder, a new reason to pull over and just soak it all in. This drive weeds out the impatient, the ones looking for a quick fix of paradise. It rewards those who are willing to earn it. And then, after hours of intense focus, you arrive in Hana. It's not a grand arrival. There are no flashing signs or sprawling hotels. Instead, you find a quiet, sleepy town that feels like it's been preserved in time. This is old Hawaii. The pace is slow, dictated by the rising and setting of the sun, not by a clock. The community here is tight-knit with deep roots going back generations. They fought hard to protect their home from overdevelopment, to keep Hana. Here the adventure continues beyond the town itself. You can explore Waimea State Park with its stunning black sand beach and sea caves, or swim in the pools of Ohio, often called the Seven Sacred Pools. Hana is a base camp for exploring one of the most untouched regions of Maui. It's a place that reminds you that the most beautiful things in life aren't always easy to get to. It's a test of endurance and patience, and the reward is a connection to a part of Hawaii that remains wild, pure, and profoundly beautiful. Our journey now takes us to the northern tip of the Big Island, to the small historic town of Kapa. This isn't just any town, it's a place steeped in the legacy of Hawaiian royalty. This is the region where one of the most important figures in Hawaiian history was born, Kamehameha the Great. The man who would unite the Hawaiian Islands under his rule came from this very land, and you can feel that powerful history in the air. It's a place of deep cultural significance, a cradle of kings. The centerpiece of the town is the original King Kamehameha I statue, and there's an incredible story behind it. The statue was commissioned to be placed in Honolulu, but the ship carrying it from Europe sank in a storm off the Falkland Islands. It was believed to be lost forever, so a second one was cast and sent to Honolulu, where it stands today. But years later, the original was salvaged from the shipwreck. It was brought back to Hawaii and erected here in Kapa, near the king's birthplace. It feels like the statue was always meant to be here, watching over his homeland. Walking through Kapa is like taking a step back into the era of Hawaii's sugar plantations. The charming, colorful storefronts that line the main street are housed in buildings that date back to the early 20th century. You'll find quaint art galleries, small cafes, and local shops run by families who have been here for generations. There's a strong sense of community pride, a feeling that they are the keepers of a very special story. It's a quiet town, but it has a powerful, regal presence. Beyond the town itself, the surrounding North Kahala coast is rugged and windswept, with dramatic cliffs and stunning valley views. Kapa serves as a gateway to this wild beauty. It's a place that invites you to slow down, to learn about the history, to talk to the locals, and to understand the deep connection between the Hawaiian people and their alii, their chiefs. It's not about grand attractions, it's about the subtle power of a place that shaped a king, and, in turn, shaped the destiny of an entire nation. When people hear Kona, they often think of the bustling tourist town of Kona, but we're not going there. We're heading up the cool, misty slopes of the Hualalai volcano into the heart of the Kona coffee belt. Here, nestled among the coffee farms, is the small, artistic village of Holualoa. This is the real Kona, a place where the rhythm of life is dictated by the coffee cherry, the planting, the harvesting, the roasting. This is where the world-famous Kona coffee legacy was born, and is still nurtured. This entire region is a patchwork of small, family-owned coffee farms, many of which have been passed down through generations. The volcanic soil, the high elevation, and the perfect balance of sun and rain create the ideal conditions for growing this prized coffee. Driving through the area, you'll see the coffee trees clinging to the steep hillsides, their branches heavy with bright red cherries during harvest season. It's a landscape shaped by agriculture and hard work. Holualoa village itself is a charming throwback. It's a one-road town lined with old wooden buildings that now house art galleries, cafes, and small coffee tasting rooms. It has become a haven for artists who draw inspiration from the lush surroundings and the slow, peaceful pace of life. You can spend a day here just wandering from gallery to gallery, sipping on freshly brewed coffee, and talking to the farmers and artists who call this place home. There's a creative bohemian energy that blends perfectly with the town's rustic, agricultural roots. This isn't a place of grand monuments or epic vistas. It's a place of sensory details, the rich aroma of roasting coffee beans, the vibrant colors in a local painter's studio, the cool mountain air on your skin, the taste of a perfectly brewed cup of coffee. It's about connecting with the process, with the people who dedicate their lives to their craft. Holualoa offers a different kind of Hawaiian experience, one that is slow, peaceful, and deeply rooted in the land. It's a reminder that sometimes, the greatest treasures are the simple handcrafted ones. Now we travel to the southern end of the Big Island, to the district of Kau. This is not a single town, but a vast, sparsely populated region that feels like the edge of the world. Kau is a land of stark contrasts and immense scale. It's home to the active Kilauea volcano, the southernmost point of the United States, and some of the most remote and untouched landscapes in all of Hawaii. This is a place for the true explorer, for those who aren't afraid of solitude and raw, untamed nature. The small towns that dot the Kau landscape, like Nā'alehu and Pahala, are quiet and unassuming. These were once bustling hubs of the sugar industry, but with the closure of the plantations, life has slowed down considerably. What remains is a strong, resilient community with deep ties to the land. This is ranching country, farming country. People here live a life that is connected to the earth, whether they're raising cattle, growing macadamia nuts, or cultivating the new wave of Kau coffee, which is quickly gaining a reputation to rival Kona's. The spirit of Kau is one of independence and self-reliance. You have to be tough to make a life here, on the slopes of an active volcano, far from the conveniences of the bigger cities. But that toughness is matched by an incredible warmth and a strong sense of ohana. People look out for each other here. There's a community spirit that has been forged through shared hardship, and a shared love for this wild, beautiful land. It's a place where a friendly wave is the standard greeting on the road. Exploring Kau is an adventure in itself. You can walk across a new black sand beach formed by a recent lava flow, hike to the stunning Pāpa green sand beach, or stand at Kale, the southernmost point, and feel the powerful winds whipping up from the deep ocean. This is a place that makes you feel small, in the best possible way. It's a reminder of the immense power of nature and the quiet strength of the human spirit. Kau doesn't try to impress you, it simply is, and its raw, honest beauty is unforgettable. Just outside the entrance to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park lies a community that has a unique and intimate relationship with one of the most powerful forces on Earth. This is Volcano Village. Tucked away in a lush, misty rainforest, this small town is literally built on the edge of an active volcano, Kilauea. Living here means accepting that the ground beneath your feet is alive, constantly shifting, breathing, and capable of immense creation and destruction. It's a life of respect and awe for the power of Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes. The village has a mystical, almost otherworldly atmosphere. The air is cool and often damp, and the forest is thick with giant hapu'u tree ferns and towering ohia lehua trees. A faint scent of sulfur often hangs in the air, a constant reminder of the volcanic activity happening just miles away. This unique environment has attracted a vibrant community of artists, scientists, and freethinkers who are drawn to the raw energy and creative inspiration of the place. The town is dotted with art studios, galleries, and cozy bed and breakfasts. Life in Volcano Village is a blend of art and science. By day, you might find residents working at the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory, studying the every move of the volcano. By night, they gather with their neighbors, sharing stories and creative pursuits. There's a deep sense of community here, a bond forged by their shared extraordinary circumstances. They are the guardians of this sacred place, living in harmony with a landscape that is in a constant state of flux. But the most magical time in Volcano Village is at night when Kilauea is actively erupting within its caldera. The night sky above the village glows with an eerie, beautiful red-orange light. It's a spectacular sight, a celestial fire that reflects off the clouds and filters through the trees. It's a powerful, humbling experience to witness the creation of new Earth from your own backyard. Living in Volcano Village is a choice to be a part of something bigger than yourself, to be a spectator and a participant in the planet's most dramatic geological theater. Not to be confused with the other Waimea on the Big Island, this Waimea is on the sunny western shore of Kauai. This historic port town holds a special place in the story of Hawaii. It was here, in 1778, that British explorer Captain James Cook first landed in the Hawaiian Islands, an event that would change the course of history for this place forever. A simple statue in the center of town commemorates this momentous and complicated first contact between Hawaii and the Western world. Waimea town itself has a relaxed, rustic charm. It's a place where paniolo, or Hawaiian cowboy culture, is still alive and well. You'll see old plantation-style buildings, a classic movie theater, and local shops that have been serving the community for decades. It's a world away from the manicured resorts of Poipu or Princeville. The pace is slow, the people are friendly, and there's a strong sense of history that permeates everything. This was once a bustling hub for whaling ships and sugar plantations, and you can still feel the echoes of that past. But the main reason most people come to Waimea is for what lies just up the road, the magnificent Waimea Canyon, often called the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. The town serves as the primary gateway to this geological marvel. As you drive up Waimea Canyon Drive, the landscape transforms dramatically, from the dry, sunny coast to a vast, colorful gorge that stretches for miles. The canyon is a breathtaking spectacle of deep reds, greens, and browns, with waterfalls and lush valleys hidden within its depths. Waimea, the town, is the perfect base camp for exploring this incredible natural wonder. You can grab supplies for a day of hiking, talk to locals about the best lookout points, and then return in the evening for a well-earned meal. The town provides a vital connection between the present-day community and the immense, timeless beauty of the canyon. It's a place that reminds you of the deep history of the islands, both human and geological, and offers a doorway into one of Hawaii's most awe-inspiring landscapes. At the far northern point of the Big Island, where the road literally comes to an end, you'll find the delightful little town of Hawi. This place has an end-of-the-road vibe that is both peaceful and invigorating. Once a bustling hub for the sugar industry in North Kohala, Hawi has reinvented itself after the plantations closed. It has transformed into a vibrant, artsy community with a laid-back, bohemian spirit. It's a splash of bright color against the rugged, windswept landscape of the northern coast. The heart of Hawi is its main street, a collection of colorful, historic buildings that have been lovingly restored and repurposed. They now house an eclectic mix of art galleries, boutique shops, and charming cafes. You can spend hours here, browsing locally made crafts, chatting with shop owners, and soaking in the friendly, welcoming atmosphere. There's a palpable sense of creativity and community pride. The people of Hawi chose to be here to build a life in this remote corner of the island, and that passion is infectious. Hawi is also famous in the athletic world as the bicycle turnaround point for the Ironman World Championship Triathlon. Once a year, this quiet town is flooded with world-class athletes and cheering crowds, a burst of energy that contrasts sharply with its usual tranquil pace. But for the other 364 days of the year, it's a peaceful haven. It's a place to slow down, enjoy a scoop of locally made ice cream, and just watch the world go by from a bench under a banyan tree. More than just a destination in itself, Hawi is the gateway to one of the most stunning views on the Big Island, the Pololu Valley Lookout. Just a few miles past the town, the road ends at a cliff overlooking a dramatic, jungle-filled valley that meets a black sand beach and the wild Pacific Ocean. You can hike down into the valley for a truly immersive experience. Hawi is the last stop, the last breath of civilization before you step into the raw, untamed beauty of the Kohala coast. It's a perfect blend of artistic charm and rugged adventure. Deep in the vast district of Kau on the Big Island, we find the town of Pahala. Like many small towns in rural Hawaii, its story is deeply intertwined with the rise and fall of King Sugar. For over a century, this was a company town, built around a massive sugar plantation. Life revolved around the mill, the sugarcane fields, and, the rhythms of the harvest. The town was a melting pot of cultures, with workers brought in from Japan, the Philippines, Portugal, and beyond to work the fields. When the sugar plantation closed in the 1990s, it was a devastating blow to the community. The economic heart of the town was ripped out, and many feared Pahala would become a ghost town. But that's not what happened. The people of Pahala are survivors. They are resilient, with a deep love for their home and a fierce determination to forge a new future. The town didn't die, it began to transform. Today, a new agricultural chapter is being written in Pahala. The same rich volcanic soil and climate that was perfect for sugarcane is also proving to be ideal for growing coffee. Small coffee farms are popping up all over the region, and Kau coffee is quickly gaining international acclaim for its unique flavor profile. This new industry is bringing life back into the community, creating jobs and a new sense of purpose. It's a story of adaptation, of finding new life in old roots. Visiting Pahala is to witness a community in transition. You'll see the remnants of the old sugar mill, a monument to a bygone era, standing near the new coffee farms that represent the future. The town itself is quiet and unpretentious. There are no tourist traps here. What you'll find is an authentic slice of rural Hawaiian life. It's a place to connect with the agricultural heart of the islands, and to appreciate the incredible spirit of a community that refused to give up, proving that even after the toughest of times, new growth is always possible. Most visitors to Oahu stick to the well-trodden path between Waikiki and the famous surf breaks of the North Shore, but nestled on the northeastern coast, there's a town with a unique identity and a powerful sense of community. Lāna. This town is a gathering place in more than just name. It's the spiritual and cultural center for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Pacific, and this heritage has shaped the town's character in a profound way. The two most prominent landmarks in Lāna are Brigham Young University Hawaii and the Polynesian Cultural Center. The university brings in students from all over the world, creating a surprisingly diverse and youthful energy in this small town. The Polynesian Cultural Center, which is staffed primarily by these students, is one of Hawaii's most popular attractions. But it's more than just a tourist destination. It's a living museum dedicated to preserving and sharing the cultures of Polynesia, and it provides a vital source of funding for the students' education. Beyond these major institutions, Lāna is a close-knit residential community. It's a town built on faith, family, and service. There's a strong emphasis on ohana and looking out for one another. You feel a sense of order and wholesomeness here that is distinct from many other coastal towns. The beaches, like Lai Point and Hukilau Beach, are beautiful, and often less crowded than their more famous North Shore neighbors. Lāna offers a different perspective on Oahu. It's not about the high-octane surf culture or the bustling city life. It's about education, faith, and the celebration of cultural heritage. It's a place where you can spend a day learning about the traditions of Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, and Tahiti, and then watch the sunset from a quiet beach with local families. It's a reminder that even on Hawaii's busiest island, There are pockets of deep community and unique culture waiting to be discovered if you just venture a little further down the road. Wait, didn't we already talk about Hawi? Yes, but a place this special deserves a second look, and it's so nice we're mentioning it twice. This town is a perfect example of reinvention. Hawi, at the northernmost point of the Big Island, was once a thriving sugar town. You can almost hear the ghosts of the past in the rustling cane fields that surround it. When the Kohala Sugar Company closed its doors in the 1970s, many thought it was the end for this community, that it would dry up and blow away in the strong Kohala winds. But a funny thing happened. The empty, affordable storefronts and the stunning, raw beauty of the area started to attract a new kind of pioneer artists, artisans, and free spirits. They saw potential where others saw decline. They breathed new life into the old wooden buildings, transforming them into vibrant galleries, quirky boutiques, and cozy cafes. They took the soul of the old plantation town and gave it a new, creative heart. Today, walking down the main street of Hawi feels like stepping into a living art project. Every shop has its own unique character. You can find everything from fine woodworking and glass art to locally designed clothing and handmade jewelry. The atmosphere is incredibly welcoming and laid back. This isn't a stuffy, high-end art scene. It's a community of creators who are passionate about what they do and happy to share it. The town has a bohemian, almost magical quality to it. Hawi's location also makes it a crucial outpost for adventure. It's the last stop before you head to the breathtaking Pololu Valley, and it serves as the turnaround for the world-famous Ironman triathlon. This blend of art, history, and rugged nature gives Hawi its unique flavor. It's a testament to the resilience of small towns and the power of creativity to build a new identity. It proves that the end of one story can be the beginning of a beautiful new one. Just a few miles north of the bustling city of Hilo, along the lush Hamakua coast, lies a string of small villages that feel like they belong to another era. Papaiku is one of these quiet, forgotten places. This isn't a destination with a checklist of sights to see. There are no major hotels or famous restaurants. Papaiku's appeal is more subtle. It's about the feeling you get as you drive along the old scenic route, with the jungle on one side and the deep blue Pacific on the other. This was once sugar country, and the entire coastline was dotted with plantations and mills. Papaiku was one of these communities, built for the workers who toiled in the fields. When the sugar industry collapsed, the area fell quiet. The mills closed, and the towns shrank. But the people remained, holding on to their homes and their way of life. Today, Papaiku is a peaceful residential village, surrounded by an almost overwhelming amount of green. The beauty of this area is raw and untamed. The rainforest is constantly trying to reclaim the land. You'll see old stone walls covered in moss and homes tucked away amidst a riot of tropical foliage. Waterfalls are a common sight, cascading down hillsides and into streams that wind their way to the ocean. The Papaiku Scenic Drive, a 4-mile stretch of the old Mamalahoa Highway, is one of the most beautiful drives in all of Hawaii, taking you under canopies of mango and monkey pod trees. Life here is slow and connected to nature. It's about tending to your garden, listening to the rain on a tin roof, and watching the waves crash against the rocky shoreline. Visiting Papaiku is like taking a deep breath. It's a chance to escape the noise and the crowds and to simply be present in a place of incredible natural beauty. It's a reminder that sometimes the most memorable places are the ones that ask nothing of you but to slow down and appreciate the quiet moments. Travel a little further up the Hamakua coast from Papaiku, and you'll find another gem from the plantation era, the tiny town of Hana Maui. This village is so small that if you blink, you might miss it, but it would be a shame if you did. Hana Maui serves as the gateway to one of the Big Island's most spectacular natural wonders, the towering Akaka Falls. Most tourists drive right through the town on their way to the falls, but the town itself is worth a stop. Walking down the main street of Onomu is like stepping onto a movie set for a film about old Hawaii. The street is lined with beautifully preserved wooden storefronts, complete with covered boardwalks. These buildings, dating back to the early 20th century, now house a handful of charming shops, a small bakery, and a post office. The town has a sleepy, nostalgic charm that is utterly captivating. It feels frozen in time, a perfect relic of the sugar plantation days. The community here is tiny, but proud. They have worked hard to preserve the historic character of their town. They know that most people are just passing through, but they offer a warm welcome to those who take the time to stop and look around. You can feel the slow, gentle rhythm of life. It's the kind of place where neighbors still gather on their front porches in the evening, and everyone knows each other by name. Of course, the main draw is Akaka Falls, located just a few miles up the road. A short paved loop trail takes you through a lush rainforest, filled with wild orchids and bamboo groves, to a viewpoint overlooking the magnificent 442-foot waterfall as it plunges into a deep gorge. Honomu and Akaka Falls are a perfect pairing. The town provides the historical context, a glimpse into the human story of this land, while the waterfall showcases the immense, awe-inspiring power of nature. It's a small town with a very big backyard. For our final stop, we leave the coast behind and head upcountry, into the cool, misty highlands of Maui. High on the slopes of the volcano Haleakala, you'll find the peaceful village of Keokea. This is a side of Maui that many visitors never see. Forget the sun-drenched beaches and swaying palm trees. Here you'll find rolling green hills, cattle ranches, and crisp, cool air. The landscape feels more like Northern California or Ireland than the tropical paradise you see on postcards. Keokea has a rich history, deeply connected to the Chinese immigrants who came to Hawaii to work on the sugar plantations. After their contracts were up, many moved to this fertile upcountry land to start new lives as farmers. They found that the climate was perfect for growing vegetables and flowers. For a long time, this was a thriving farming community, and you can still see that legacy in the beautiful gardens and small farms that dot the area. The town itself is small and serene. It consists of a few churches, a community center, a gas station, and a beloved local diner. There's a quiet, contemplative atmosphere here. The pace of life is slow and deliberate. People are drawn to Keokea for its peace, its cool climate, and its breathtaking panoramic views. On a clear day, you can see across the central valley of Maui to the West Maui Mountains, and even spot the neighboring islands of Molokai and Kaho'olawe. Keokea is a place to decompress and connect with a different side of Hawaiian life. It's the heart of Maui's small but growing wine country, with a nearby winery offering tastings with incredible views. It's a place for long drives on winding country roads, for stopping at roadside farm stands, and for simply sitting and watching the clouds drift by. Keokea is a reminder that paradise isn't always about the beach. Sometimes, it's found high on a mountainside, in the cool air, with the whole world spread out at your feet. 15 towns, 15 stories of survival, resilience, and connection. We've journeyed from the solemn cliffs of Kalaupapa to the misty highlands of Keokea, and each stop has revealed a different facet of Hawaii's soul. These places prove that the real treasure of these islands isn't just in the stunning landscapes, but in the communities that call them home. It's in the history they protect, the culture they preserve, and the quiet dignity with which they live their lives, far from the glare of the tourist spotlight. This is the Hawaii that gets into your heart and stays there. This journey is about more than just seeing new places. It's about understanding that there are different ways to live, different definitions of paradise. It challenges us to look beyond the surface, to seek out the stories that aren't in the guidebooks, and to connect with the world on a deeper level. The spirit of aloha, of love and respect for the land and for each other, is alive and well in these remote corners. You just have to be willing to go out and find it. The adventure is out there, waiting for you. So, what do you think? Which of these hidden gems surprised you the most? Have you ever been to any of these remote towns, or is there another one you think should be on this list? Head down to the comments and let me know. I want to hear your stories. This is a conversation, and every story shared adds another layer to our understanding of this incredible place. If you enjoyed this journey off the beaten path, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until then, keep exploring.